Hey everybody, welcome to the adventures of the Oklahoma Gruntman. I'm hoping you're blessed with a beautiful Sunday. Just on my way up to church. Kind of a nice morning here. It's supposed to be really hot today and very windy. Supposed to blow 20 to 30 today. So yeah, it's gonna be like a blast furnace outside. I got up early and watered the garden this morning. Definitely have to water it again this evening because this hot wind is going to dry everything out. So it'll definitely have to be watered twice today. I harvested some okra this morning. Today I'll be putting out another clue number 4 of the giveaway, Finding the Rock giveaway. So yeah, watch the whole video to find the clue. It'll be getting a little bit closer. The clues will be getting a little bit better. We'll be honing in on the place where it's hidden. Hope you guys have some fun with this. That's what it's all about, having fun. Other than that, I'm not sure what I'm all going to do today. Hopefully next week a few things will come in for Grunttown, honey. And hopefully you guys figured out what honey means. It is honey, like bee honey. Because of kind of the cooking thing, I like to use a lot of honey when I cook. So it just kind of tied in together. That's how come I say Grunttown honey. Just a little play on words. So yeah, Teresa Stone actually gave me that little idea, and I thought it sounded pretty neat, so that's what we went with. But like I say, hopefully I'll be getting some stuff in the mail this week for Grunttown. Actually, I know there'll be some stuff coming this week. I already got a few things, but one of the things that's coming tomorrow, tomorrow we'll tie the two things together. So I know I got one thing coming. Some of the stuff from Temu, of course, takes a while because it has to come from overseas, but hopefully I can work this in and get a lot of good content out of it for you guys and just have a lot of fun with it. Tie in the outdoor kitchen with it. That's the ultimate goal, is to utilize the outdoor kitchen and have some fun in the backyard to do stuff with. It'll really be nice once it starts cooling off a little bit. And yeah, I would really like to the ultimate goal is I want to go out to Tennessee and Kentucky this fall, but I just don't see it happening unless my channel really takes off and I can find a lot of money to do it, because it'll be a very expensive trip. And yeah, I would love to do it, but I just right now don't see it happening. But you never know. God works in mysterious ways, and if He wants it to happen, it'll happen. But yeah, we'll just keep planning it, but we don't know if it'll happen. So we're just going to go with that for now, and we'll talk to you later. God bless. Hey everybody, today's video here, I'm going to read the last chapter of Saving Dr. Frankenstein. This will end up this first book. If you want to hear the whole book from start to finish, just go back in my playlist. There's all the chapters, the whole book is in there, narrated by myself. So if you want to hear me read a story, go back and check this out. I love this book. And also, if you'd like to win this autographed copy signed by Terry Green, aka Teresa Green, Reese Rue's Adventure is her YouTube channel. And myself, I'll sign this also. Join my live Tuesday night, and I'll be giving part 1 and part 2. This is actually part 2. The next book I will be reading will be part 1. And yeah, I want to give these copies away to some lucky subscriber. Just come join the live video Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. and you'll have a chance to win the book here, autographed by Teresa Green, also available on Amazon.com under Terry Green, Saving Dr. Frankenstein. So if you want to support her books, she's got several for sale, but I'm going to give these away Tuesday night, and yeah, join that. So without further ado, I'm going to finish the book up here. This is chapter 12 of the book. I've really loved it. So this is the final chapter here. Chapter 12, The Journey Home. The Twaddles children coaxed over the mules down the stairs into the dungeon. Oliver and Sarah took some rope and lowered the cart down through the collapsed end of the castle. When everything is in the dungeon, the Twaddle family load everything up on the cart, and the donkeys are hitched up with a few items on their backs. Each member of the Twaddle family are wearing a large backpack. The creatures fill their backpacks with Twaddle's belongings also. They slowly move through the dungeon to the wall in the back. Warren and all of the creatures push it open as far as they can. Warren leads the way, with Sylvan right behind you, leading the donkeys down the long tunnel. Everyone else follows behind, watching the cart's wheels just barely clearing on both sides. Kerry brings up the rear so he could make sure the wall is closed tight. As they walk through the narrow passages, somehow the cart seems to squeeze through. Then when they go into the first room, the cart is piled high with the Twaddle's things. Warren was surprised to see it just clears the archway. He just shakes his head and continues on. When the group gets to the area where the bats are, They start swooping in. The bats come from all around them. They seem to be trying to get Junior. The bats are like dive bombers aiming toward Junior. Warren has Tilly jump on his broomstick, and they rush over to where the worms are that glow in the dark. They gather as many as they can. When they get back to the group, they find them all crouched down on the floor, with Junior trying to hide under everyone. Hurry, put a blanket or something over Junior. Ernie, you and Junior get on your carpet and fly into the next room. The rest of us will keep them busy. Warren says as he swoops down into the group. Warren and Tilly fly up to the nesting area with the bats right behind them. As Warren passes over the nest, Tilly makes the first drop of glowworms. Warren flies far away from the nest before he swoops back over and for a second drop. He can see the group nearing the next room of the cave. Warren turns and yells as Tilly gets ready. Tilly, get the next bag full of worms ready, and yells, "Okay," at Warren. He turns and swoops down over the nest again and then heads straight towards the next room. When they reach the next room, they all take a breather. Warren searches for the stream to see if it's flowing into this part of the cave. I can't find the stream in here. We have to wait before we can go on, Warren says. The pool in the other room was not full yet. It has to fill up before it will flow over the top to the next part of the stream, Ernie says. Are you sure? Those bats made it difficult to see anything with them swooping down on us like that, Warren says. I know, but I made sure to shine my light over to it so I could see. Maybe it doesn't come into this room. I know there is no stream going out the exit. Maybe it goes underground from there, Ernie replies. We need to keep going. These worms are starting to crawl all over us. Besides, it might take a couple of days before everything fills back up again, Tilly says. Okay, let's keep going and get out of the cave. I can always fly back and check on it, Warren says. They continue to walk through the cave. Not being able to fly, it's taken a lot longer, especially with the cart full of stuff. Even though they flew very slow when they went through the first time, it does take longer to walk. Once they get past the glow worms, they decide to stop and eat and get some rest. They didn't realize how long they had been walking. They all sit and eat some biscuits and cold beans before going to sleep. Warren stays up to guard the group. Carrie takes the second watch. Oliver Twaddle does the third. When everyone wakes up, they all eat muffins before continuing on. As they continue to walk through the cave, it's not long before they can hear the clicking of the spiders. After about another 3 hours, they can finally smell fresh air. They all know that they are outside of the cave. Warren suggests that they take a break and sit down and rest. He wants to go back into the cave to check on the stream. Shortly after Warren disappears into the cave, the group can hear the rushes rustling. The group gasps and the Twaddle family cling to each other. Don't worry, it's probably a rabbit or something, Ernie says. All of a sudden, with a loud thump, a large foot appears on the bottom of the brush. Everyone scream. The bushes rustle and are separated with two large hands of a large creature makes his way through the brush with Larry Bigfoot and Witch Hazel right behind him. Carrie runs up to his father and gives him a big hug. Pop Frankenstein, boy, am I glad to see you, yells Ernie as he gives him a hug. We're glad that you are all right and out of the caves, but where is Warren? Asked Pop Frankenstein. He went back in to make sure the water is flowing again, says Junior. How is my dad doing? Your father is doing fine. Your father is doing just fine. Still a little weak, but fine. We took all of the boars to the village. We have wells so we were able to get everyone the water they needed. Even Carrie's mother is there and she is doing great, replies Pop Frankenstein. As he turns and looks at Witch Hazel, she nods her head and jumps on her broomstick and flies into the cave. Pop turns and notices a group of people clinging to each other. Who do we have here? Sorry, Pop, this is the Twaddle family. This is Oliver, his wife Sarah, the twins Sasha and Steven, and the oldest daughter Rose. Glad to meet you, Pop says as he walks over to shake everyone's hand. The Twaddles all stare up at Pop Frankenstein, not sure if they should run or scream or both. Instead, they say a quiet hello and nod their heads. Larry Bigfoot introduces himself as he follows Pop, shaking everyone's hand. We need to start heading back to Creatureville. It's a long walk from here, Pop says. But what about Warren? Asks Ernie. Don't worry, he has his broom and will catch up with us. Besides, Witch Hazel is with him, replied Pop. Pop sees the large backpacks on the twins are trying to put on. Pop takes them from the twins and slings each large backpack over each shoulder like they are not much more than a bed pillow. Larry grabs Sarah's and Rose's backpack and throws each one over his shoulders. With that, the group starts walking back toward Creatureville. Even though the ground is hard, the donkeys struggle with the cart, trying to make their way through the dense swamp. The brushes and undergrowth seem to get in the way of the cart's wheels. The cart gets stuck a couple of times, but all Pop and Larry had to do was lift it up and over the roots and bushes it gets tangled in. After a full day of walking, the group finds a small clearing where they decide to make camp. Everyone is exhausted, so they just nibble on some biscuits before falling asleep on the ground. Ernie rolls over in the morning and wakes up in a mud puddle. Tilly yells, "Ooh," and screams as she's covered in mud. Each creature wakes up and yells, "Ooh," and complains about being covered in mud and that they are all wet except Carrie and Junior. They both find a deeper puddle and roll around laughing and having fun. The others stand there staring at them while they're dripping wet and muddy. The Twaddles all look at each other, then the two creatures playing in the mud, and then back at each other again, struggling their shoulders, and jump in to join the two young creatures. Ernie and Tilly jump in right after them. Soon everyone is playing in the mud and having a mud fight. They play until everyone is exhausted and lying on their backs trying to catch their breath.
Of course, it's Sarah Twaddle who gets up first to start putting some breakfast together. She gets out some of the fruit that they were able to harvest as part of the morning celebration. Even though everyone is all covered in mud, they sit and eat, laugh, drink, and talk, still enjoying the facts that the water has returned. "Pop, where's Warren and Witch Hazel? Shouldn't they have caught up to us by now?" Ernie asked. "Don't worry, they had some other things to do. We will see them soon," Pop replies. With that, the group cleans up the best that they can before continuing on their way. It's amazing how fast the water is bringing the forest back to its former black and scary self. Because the ground is wet and muddy, it becomes much more difficult to get the cart through the dense forest. The wheels keep getting bogged down with mud as well as getting stuck more frequently. It has slowed the group way down. When they need to stop and get the cart free, again, Pop suggests that they take only what is needed and leave the small cart and the rest of the goods behind. The Twaddles don't want to do this. They feel that they need everything as well as the cart. Pop points out that it will take them a couple of extra days to get out of the swamp, but the Twaddles don't care. "What if we lighten the load for the donkey? If we each carry as much stuff as we can, maybe it will help. The cart may be just too heavy for the muddy floor of the swamp," Ernie says. "Good idea, Ernie. I can see all of you are going to make a wonderful assistant to whoever you work for," Pop says. Pop and Larry put down the backpacks that they're carrying. Sarah and Oliver help them find some blankets in their belongings. The blankets are laid out on some dry ground. Everyone pitches in to load up the blankets with the Twaddles' belongings. Larry and Pop create backpacks out of them, and they help the twins, Sarah and Rose, put on their original packs. Tilly, Carrie, and Ernie each get packs. The donkey is able to pull the cart a lot easier, but they still have a tough time getting through the dark swamp. When they stop for the night, Pop points out that they did not get as far as they should have. While they eat, the Twaddles, Pop, and Larry discuss what they can do to either leave some things behind or try to find a better way to carry everything. Not being able to come to some kind of agreement, they decide to sleep on it and make a decision in the morning. This time, they made sure to sleep on a small knoll in order to stay dry. Everyone starts to stir after about 8 hours of sleep. The green swamp is becoming dark again. It's so difficult to tell whether it's morning or night, but everyone is rested and sits down to eat some breakfast that the girls put together. Everyone is extra quiet while they eat. No one wants to bring up the subject of what to do with the Twaddles stuff. As they eat, there's a strange noise coming from their heads. "Shh, did anyone hear that?" Stephen asked with his finger up to his mouth with the quiet signal. "Chirp, chirp, chirp." "What's that?" Rose whispers. "Click, click, squeal." "What's that?" Sasha asks as she grabs onto Ernie. The branches of the tree over their head begin to shake and the leaves fall to everyone's head. Tilly and Rose scream and grab onto Carrie. The twins scream and grab onto each other with Ernie. while Rose and Oliver scream and grab each other. Junior hides behind Larry, snorting and squealing. Carrie and Ernie begin laughing. There's a third sound of laughter coming from the tree. Pop puts his hand on his hips while he stands up. Warren, that was not funny. Now get down here and apologize to these people. Warren flies down from the trees on his broomstick, laughing all the way. He can barely say he is sorry because he's laughing. Pop gives him a look. So Warren tries to stop laughing so he can apologize to the Twaddles better. Junior comes out from behind Larry, laughing like he knew who it was all the time. Is Witch Hazel with you, Warren? Pop asked. No, she went back into the village to get the Twaddles' house set up, answers Warren, still trying not to laugh. Okay, Oliver, we have to make a decision. We need to leave the cart and some of this stuff here. We can always come back for it later, Pop says while still eyeing his son. But we need all of these things. We have lost so much because we had to move so many times. We just can't bear to lose any more. We only have a few family photos and a couple of mementos from the children when they were babies. We have to replace so much stuff, from plates, pots and pans, towels and clothes. The list goes on and on. We just don't know if we can do it again, replies Oliver. No problem. I can send all of your belongings to your new house. Everything will be there when we get back to Creatureville, Warren says. Warren, are you sure? Isn't that spell a little advanced for you and your abilities? Pop asked his son. Yes, usually it is, but with a couple of more years it would be a couple of more years before I would learn the spell. But Witch Hazel has taught it to me. That is why it took us so long. We went back to the castle to the Twaddles' garden. There was a lot more fruits and vegetables that needed to be harvested, so Witch Hazel taught me that spell. I practiced using their garden stock. Some things did not make it because I blew them up, but by the time I got through the garden, I had it down almost perfect. So we went into the castle. I sent the rest of their things. Now I can do it to these things here too. Everyone piles all of their things up over the cart. Everyone pile all of the things up by the cart, Warren says. First, the Twaddles all look at each other. Oliver nods his head at his family, and they comply and start moving their things, and the rest of the group helps. Even the items on the two donkeys' backs were placed there. Rose and Stephen each grab one of the donkeys to make sure they don't run off. Warren steps up to the large pile of the household goods and starts waving both hands. Warren says with a few words that no one understands. With the flick of his hands, poof, all of the items are gone. There, now everything will be at your new house. We need to get going. I, for one, don't want to spend another night in the swamp, Warren says. The Twaddles all look at each other and do not say a word. They just start walking. Pop and Larry lead the way with much smaller backpacks carrying only food and essentials to get them through the dense forest. No one speaks for several hours, but finally they are making good time. The donkeys are able to get through the thick underbrush much easier without the burden of the loads they were carrying. The group is actually able to make up time that they lost the day before with the help of Warren's broomstick and Ernie's magic carpet. As people get tired, they are given rides until they are rested. So they need to stop and rest was not done. So the need to stop and rest was not done. When everyone gets tired and need of sleep, some food is prepared, passed around, eaten, and everyone goes straight to sleep. In the morning, everyone eats a light snack so they can hurry on their way to get out of the forest. The mood has changed since the mud fight. It has become more solemn. Ernie wants to get everyone laughing again, so he lightheartedly, as he can, he loudly tells Warren about the mud fight and how much fun they had. It worked. Soon the Twaddle children are talking about it and laughing. Oliver and Sarah join in, which helps the group to move along faster. By mid-morning, they emerge from the Black Forest. The Twaddles walk out of the swamp and look up, and at the same time say, "Wow." Before them lay a field of orange with wild pumpkins that grown as far as the eye can see. A beautiful sea of orange. As they walk across the field, the creatures tell the Twaddles about the wild pumpkins and how they saved the ancestors who originally settled the magical valley. When they get to the stone bridge, Warren and Ernie tell everyone about the diary and how it was built, who built the stone wall and steps. As the group walks along, they laugh and joke around. When they get to the shack just on the edge of town, Warren can see it now has a second story, and all of the villagers are waiting in the front yard. There are several tables of food by the front of the small house, with empty tables and children all around the rest of the yard. Everyone rushes up to the group and welcomes the newcomers into town. They all seem to be talking at the same time to introduce themselves and trying to tell them what shops or things they do, or if they need any help getting moved in. The crowd keeps gathering around the Twaddles until they are overwhelmed by everyone. Oliver Twaddle somehow makes his way up to the front steps and stands on the top step. With tears in his eyes, he says, "Please, please, everyone, I just can't tell you how happy we are to be here. We have never been welcomed like this anywhere we have ever lived. My family and I are so excited to be in this lovely village. We can hardly wait to get to know each of you. We cannot thank you enough for letting us come here with such a wonderful place. Please, I know we are all hungry from our long journey. Why don't we all eat and enjoy this wonderful meal that you have prepared for us?" Everyone applauds as Oliver nods his head at the group and says, "Thank you again," but no one can hear him from the loud applause and cheers the town is making. So Oliver steps down and takes his wife by the arm. The children follow them as they walk over to the first table. They each grab a plate and walk down each side of the table, filling their plates. The rest of the town follows them, laughing and talking. The Twaddles are escorted over to the longest table, where they are seated in the middle. They would wait to eat until the table is full of people, or should I say creatures. Everyone talks while they eat. There is so much laughter, the Twaddles can hardly keep from crying that they are so happy to finally find a real home where they can stay and not worry about ever having to leave again. When the meal is over, the people stay and continue to talk to the family, while others clean up and put the leftovers inside the small house. Oliver is finally able to get a hold of Warren and ask him about their stuff. With that, Pop walks up to the front door and opens it. While motioning with his arm, the Twaddles step inside. As the Twaddles step in the door, they can see some of their belongings around the room. There is furniture placed in the living room and dining room. A small kitchen was added to the back of the small house, with a doorway in the middle where the windows used to be, over the kitchen sink, as if the whole wall was pushed back. Sarah and Rose step into the kitchen and look through the cupboards. All of their kitchenware is put away. The twins run upstairs to find two small rooms with all of their clothes in the closet, in the dressers. The beds are made with their blankets. Oliver walks over to his and Sarah's room to find their things are put away too. Oliver finally breaks down and sobs. Sarah walks in, hugs him, and cries too. The children run up into their parents' new room and hug them. Oliver says, "I just can't believe how much these people have done for us. They have not scorned us or said one harsh thing. I wasn't sure if we should come here, but I wanted more for my family than we were getting everywhere else. Instead, they treated us like we were our long-lost relatives. We have finally found a home, a place where we can stay forever." Pop taps his son and Ernie on one shoulder and motions for them to leave. Everyone quietly walks out and closes the door. The Twaddles can have their moment together. Remember, everyone is different and special in their own way. It doesn't matter how they look or what they may have wrong with them. You should all treat everyone how we would like to be treated, with kindness. Amen to that. We're all different. None of us are the same. Like I always say, treat everybody the way you want to be treated. Be kind. This just fits my whole outlook on life. So yeah, thank you, Teresa Green, Terry Green, aka Reese Rue's Adventure. I support her channel. She's been so supportive of my channel, so you can check her out. Reese Rue's Adventures. She's just trying to get started, so show her some love and support. Just love this book, and it ended with yeah, it was such a good ending. The little thing about here, Terry Green is an artist and a writer. She also enjoys painting and being creative while attending Kaiser University. She received an associate's degree in graphic arts. Creatureville, Saving Dr. Frankenstein, is a continuing story of Warren Frankenstein and Ernie Igor, the hidden magical valley of Creatureville in the grave. Creatureville is in his grave danger. Igor and their friends brave through the forest and the cave and try to save their home and all that they dwell in within it. They find themselves in the outside world where more dangers await them. That's a little summary of the book. Just love it. yeah, so hope you guys enjoy this. This is the final chapter of the book. I enjoyed reading it, so yeah, check this out. And also in this video will be clue number 4 of the Hidden Stone giveaway. So make sure you watch it to the end to find that clue. Every clue will bring you a little closer. So hope you have fun with that also. God bless you guys. I love you, and we'll talk to you later. Hey everybody, this is clue number 4 of the rock giveaway YouTube prize. If you find this rock that's hidden, bring it to the Woodward Farmers Market Saturday, any Saturday that I'm there. You can claim your prize. I have all the rules on my Facebook page or my YouTube page here. You can check it out. I'll put it in here also again. There's really, don't cost you anything to enter, to play along with it. All you got to do is subscribe to my channel. Number 1, you don't have to, but I would appreciate it if you comment and like on my video. That you're playing along. Just makes it a lot more fun. So if you are playing along with this, please leave a comment saying that you're playing. So without further ado, I'll play or give you the 4th clue. Go out and have fun with this. Get out and enjoy the weather, even though it is hot out. But the 4th clue is, if you like being on stage in a place with crystals, you'll be getting a lot warmer. Not hot yet, but you'll be getting a lot warmer. So if you like to be on stage in a place with crystals in a lake, you'll be getting very warm. Hope this helped you out. Go out and have fun with it. Be another clue in 2 more days. And yeah, if you're playing along, please comment down below that you're out looking for it. It's getting narrowed in here a little bit, so hopefully in a few days somebody will find it. But yeah, the clue is, if you like being on stage in a place that has lots of crystals in a lake, you'll be getting very warm. So God bless you guys. I love you, and we'll talk to you later. Hey everybody, hope you had a wonderful Sunday. Just going to get my video uploaded here. Didn't do a whole lot today. It's extremely windy, extremely warm. It's about 100 degrees outside. So I've been just kind of taking it easy on this Sunday. I didn't sleep real well last night. So I've been just kind of chilling out in the house here. Oh, excuse me. I might even have to take a nap yet today. But need to get my video uploaded here. Hope you guys are playing along with the Find the Rock contest and having fun with that. Hope you guys enjoyed the last chapter of Saving Dr. Frankenstein. Enjoyed reading that. If you guys enjoy them, I got some more books from Terry or Teresa Green. I would be happy to do that. It kind of gives me some stuff to do when it's terrible outside and I have nothing to do. So if you like me reading them books,
leave a comment saying that you enjoy it. I kind of enjoy doing it. I enjoy reading like that, because if I just sit here by myself and read, I just fall asleep. So reading it out loud like that just helps me stay awake. Oh, golly, I'm sorry, I'm tired. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some stuff done in Grunt Town, honey, this week. Hopefully some stuff will start coming in the mail. But anyway, I need to get my video uploaded. Like I always say, treat everybody the way you want to be treated. Make this world a better place. Keep moving toward them goals, one step at a time. Be nice, be kind, just be the best person you can be. Put the Lord in your heart. Say a prayer for somebody in need. Definitely pray for our country. And God bless each and every one of you. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.